Losing weight is easy. Anyone can do it. But if you do it the wrong way, you could lose your muscle, you could mess up your metabolism, and in the worst case scenario, your energy levels, your mood will be messed up, and you could relapse and gain back all the fat that you lost, and possibly more. So if you're going to do it the right way, and watch this video to find out how to do it. So if you want to avoid all the negative effects of losing weight, you need to lose weight at a sustainable rate. That rhymes pretty well. Anyway, so how fast is too fast? As a general rule of thumb, I would suggest you lose about 1% of your body weight per week. So for example, if you're an 80 kilo person, you'd be losing about 800 grams of weight per week. You can get away with more than that if you're overweight and you have quite a lot of body fat. And if you're leaner, then you should be losing less than that. Of course, numbers are arbitrary. It does not always go as per plan. It can go a little bit higher and lower, but you get the idea. Try to keep a target in mind, track your weight diligently, and then be disciplined when it comes to following a specific rate of weight loss. That's how you're going to make sure that you don't lose out on any muscle. What you lose is mostly going to be fat, and then you lose the weight and you keep it off permanently without hurting your metabolism. And that's very important. So if you keep a specific weight loss rate target per week and you track your weight diligently, you're already ahead of 99% of the people. So good job on that. Now, after that, you need to understand the simple fact of energy balance, that is calories in and calories out. You spend more energy than what you consume, you're going to lose weight. You consume more energy than what you spend, you're going to gain weight. If it's both equal, then you maintain weight. That's the basic law of thermodynamics. That's never going to change. Now, practically speaking, how do you do that? There's two ways to lose weight. One is you consume less food, or two, you burn more energy. The smart thing to do here is to rely on both of them and not just one. And here's why. If you only rely on reducing your food intake, there's only so many calories that you can cut out of your diet in a day, beyond which you're going to start getting hungry, your mood's going to be cranky, you'll be starving yourself, and you're not going to enjoy the process. Moreover, you're going to damage your metabolism, and really, when you're consuming less food, you're reducing the amount of nutrients that your body can consume, and that's detrimental to your health in the long term. Also, professional tip: do not diet for longer than 3 months at a time. That's what slows down your metabolism and reduces fat loss over time. And it becomes difficult for you to eat normal quantities of food because your metabolism is all messed up. So do not do that. Reducing food intake is one side of the coin. The other side of the coin is focusing on burning calories to lose fat. So if you only focus on burning calories through cardio or exercise and you're not dieting, the fact of the matter is that you cannot outrun a bad diet. That's never going to change. So provided you're focusing on being in a calorie deficit through your diet, adding in some cardio can make a huge difference. It allows you to eat more food and enjoy your diet, while at the same time your metabolism is improved through increased physical activity. With that being said, here are 7 golden tips that's going to ensure that you get your fat loss done as smoothly, as efficiently, and as quickly as possible. So pay attention. Tip number 1. Anyone that's been successful with weight loss and managed to keep the weight off has focused on non-exercise activity thermogenesis, or NEAT. In simple terms, it is the energy that you spend throughout the day outside of exercise. That is, any sort of easy, non-fatiguing daily activity such as walking, climbing the stairs, moving around, doing every little thing that burns energy. If you're a sedentary person that does not really move around, who's just glued to their desk all day, you're going to burn a lot less calories than someone who's walking around all day. So try to be as physically active as you can. A simple rule of thumb is try to hit 10,000 steps every day. At the very least, you have to get 6,000 steps just to be healthy in the long term, for your heart health, and moreover, to maximize your fat loss. Tip number 2. You aren't drinking enough water. While I'm shooting this video, I'm just going to take a sip of water. More than 70% of our body by volume is made up of water. And the fact of the matter is, when you consume water, it has 0 calories, it's an essential nutrient, and at the same time, it fills your stomach up. So it reduces your hunger cravings and it helps mobilize fat, which means it indirectly makes it easier for your body to burn fat. I cannot convince you anymore. Drink water right now. Tip number 3. 90% of your fitness nutrition advice on the internet is basically telling you to consume more protein. And this is one advice that's not overrated. In fact, it's underrated. You should be consuming protein, which is the most important macronutrient. It is the building block of every cell in your body. You need protein to build muscle, and you need protein to burn fat. Why does it help to burn fat? As simple as this. Protein has something called as thermic effect of food, which means to be digested, protein takes a lot more energy than fats or carbohydrates need to be digested. So just by consuming more protein, you're indirectly burning more fat. It's as simple as that. Not to mention, it also helps you get stronger and retain muscle and so many other health benefits. So you should be consuming more protein. Tip number 4. Your parents were right. You should listen to them. Remember what they told you when you were a kid? Eat lots of fruits and vegetables. You cannot go wrong with that. Fruits and vegetables contain a lot of vitamins and minerals, which is great for your health overall, but at the same time, they contain fiber and they are quite low in calories, which means it's going to fill you up, it's going to give you the nutrients that you need, and it will directly help with fat loss. Tip number 5. If you're a lazy person, you're going to love this tip. That is, sleep for at least 7 hours every night. Sleep really helps optimize your body function. It helps keep your hormones in check, and also it helps with fat loss indirectly. Think about it in a very logical way. The more time you spend awake, the more chances of you being hungry. And more hungry you are, the more food that you eat. The more food that you eat, chances are higher that you're going to be in a calorie surplus and then put on weight. But if you spend more time sleeping, it's going to curb your hunger and at the same time take good care of your health in the long term. Sleep is really underrated. 8 hours is ideal, but at least 7 hours. Tip number 6. I said it before and I'll say it again. Cardio is good for fat loss. Not only does it help your heart health in the long term, but also at the same time, it helps you burn a lot of calories, which means that it makes more room for eating more food in your diet, which means you can eat more food and lose the same amount of fat. Why wouldn't you do it? Tip number 7. You need to lift weights to lose fat. While it is true that cardio is what helps you directly burn more calories, you don't lift weight to burn calories. You lift weight to retain or build muscle. And muscle is an investment. It's an investment in increasing the energy cost of your survival. The more muscle that you have, quite simply put, it allows you to eat more food while remaining lean. The less muscle that you have, the less you get to eat, which means you're more likely to starve to death with very little muscle while trying to get really lean, as compared to someone that has a lot of muscle and is trying to get lean. Which side would you like to be on? Always remember this. Chasing fat loss is like driving a car. Only go as fast as you can control. Now, you know what to do when it comes to fat loss and what not to do. But when it comes to your diet, this is something you should definitely never do. Watch this video to understand what a bad diet looks like. Until next time, take care, stay hungry.